personal, unusual story is one you're not going to want to miss. This is a personal story of mine with me and my cousin and their dog, and the ending is amazing. Just wait and see what happens. If you liked, subscribe, like the video, comment, let me know how you liked it. Now let's move on. Let's get to the video. When I was a kid, I would always go at my grandmother's house. I'd go hang out with my uncle, we'd go play mini golf, I'd hang out with my cousins, my grandfather. We'd always do something, always when I was up there. And this particular night, and this was during the summer, mind you, it was a full moon outside, everything was lit up. Me and my cousin was playing games in his room, just chilling, hanging out, and it was around 2:30, 2:45 a.m. And we decided all of a sudden to get up and go for a walk. And we're thinking to ourselves, let's go and get on a walk. You know, we were feeling good. We wanted to get out a little bit. We were playing games all day. We woke up late that day, so we were already full of energy. You know, at 3 a.m., we've only been up for maybe 11, 12 hours. We go downstairs quietly. We don't want to wake anyone up, of course. We go and get the dog because we had to bring the dog. You know, we always brought the dog. It made us feel safer and all that. It was a Boston Terrier, you know, black fur, you know, with little white stripes. Great dog. Loved him. He'll be missed. He was a great dog. His name was Otis for reference, okay? Let's remember Otis. So we go outside, go down the stairs. We start walking up the hill. Now, mind you, my grandmother's house is on a very big hill, and it's pitch black. There's only one street light on this street. As you get up to the top of that hill, you can see off in the distance, past the houses, it was all tree line, all woods, pitch black. There's absolutely nothing past that area. So as we're walking up the hill and we got the dog with us, we make a left. There's a street up the cemetery. Mind you, this street is a one-way. And all around it, there's only one house on the left. It's a gravel dirt path. And that road path goes straight up to the cemetery. And you can also get into the mountain that way. It's all tree line on the right side, two houses on the left. But past that, all you see is the cemetery in the woods. So we start continually to walk towards the cemetery, mind you, with the dog, and we hear something. We don't know what it is. We don't know where it's coming from, but we know it's there. And we know it's trying to startle us because the dog started moving, started making some noises. As we continue to walk up the cemetery, we're like, it's very eerily quiet. Mind you, it's 3 a.m. now at this point. So we're going up, and it's 3 a.m., full moon in the sky. Everything's eerie, everything's ominous, okay? We're going up, we get up to the cemetery on the left, and you can see the full moon glistening over the cemetery, over all the stones, the gravestones. And we're looking in there, and we decide to walk in there, just looking around. And we notice something dark and strange off in the distance. Now keep in mind, this is a true story. Everything I'm telling you is true. And we get in there, we're hanging out, just talking, you know, trying to spook ourselves out in general, right? We're in a cemetery at night, normal, right? So we're in there, we're walking around, and then the dog acts up again. And we're not sure necessarily why. Other than the weird sounds and the potential of us actually seeing something in the distance. We didn't know if it was our minds or if it was actually there. We had no idea. So we end up getting spooked even more. So we end up leaving the cemetery. We start going down the hill again. That road that I was talking about before we walked up, it's about half a mile of road. And there's this old shack. It was a TNT shack for mines way back in the day. There's this old shack on the side of the road. And we're walking past it and we look in because there's a little hole that must have been ripped out or something. We're not sure exactly. But we look in there and it's just something eerie about that. Something eerie was inside that shack. It was all run down, decrepit. It looked awful. As we're going down that hill, we get spooked because something jumps out of the woods on the right side as you're coming up. And like I said, the woods are on the right side and the cemetery is on the left. And we just start running. We run as fast as we can. We get about 1/8 of a mile down the hill and we're like, where's Otis? Where is the dog? And the dog is not seen, not heard, nothing. We don't know where it went. We don't know where Otis went. Now, mind you, this dog breed is small. It's not that big. So when he runs, he has to really put into it. So as the dog's coming down the hill, we look back up the hill and we see this figure standing there in the distance. And we have no idea what it is. We can barely see. Mind you, it's a full moon, but this figure was pure black. And we're looking closer at it and we're starting to realize what it is. But at the same time, we weren't sure because this figure only was standing with 2 feet. It had antlers, but we could not see its body whatsoever. It's like it was warning us to stay out of the woods. It wanted nothing to do with us. It did not want us anywhere near that area. Mind you, like I said before, it was 3 a.m. We know the whole thing with 3 a.m. So we're waiting. We're scared, but we're waiting for the dog. And then you hear the dog coming. You can hear him breathing very heavy because he got spooked too. When we ran, the dog ran with us, but he couldn't keep up. We ran so fast. The dog ended up catching up, and then we ended up jogging, practically almost running again out of there because this figure was still there. And then the worst part is when we started moving again, this figure was coming towards us. And we had no idea at that point what was going to happen. So we got down to the bottom. We looked back. The dog was closer this time because I'm pretty sure he was scared just as much as we were. So the dog comes and then finally makes it up to us. And then the figure's gone. We don't know where it went. We don't know what happened. But at least the dog made it out too with us because we were scared something was going to happen. So we look back again and seeing if the figure was there. We hear nothing. It is quiet. There is nothing around. We're at the top of the street where that one street light is, off into the woods behind us and off into the right, in the right part of the woods at the beginning of that trail. That's that street that goes up to the cemetery. We're looking up there still. There's nothing. We start walking down, constantly keeping our heads back, staring up into the woods past that street light. That was our only light at the time, mind you. So we're freaked. We're spooked. We have chills going up our arms. We have no idea what happened. Our hearts are racing. We have no clue what it was. It would look like a deer, but it wasn't. It was some hybrid creature potentially, but we're not really sure. And even if it was a deer, the way it just ominously stood there and shown its presence to maybe back us out was very eerie. And how we just happened to start running as this thing jumps out next to us and just misses us. We were petrified. We had no idea. We were absolutely terrified. And when we got back down, we got in that house so quickly. We had to be quiet, but we got in there quickly, played some more games, went to bed. That was that. We only spoke about it a couple times after that. And yeah, that's that story. And I can't tell you, that creature that we encountered that night, pretty sure still haunts us to this day. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day, great night, wherever you are. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you thought, and please share it with your friends and family. I'd love to get the support out there, really get this channel growing, going all in. Thank you all. Have a great day.